fine. So what we'll do, we'll start with the React side first and then we'll move to the Node.js side. Is that fine with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. So in React, right, we do have a concept called virtual DOM, right?
Yes.
May I know how it works?
Okay.
Okay. So, and do you know, the which JavaScript engine uses the Google Chrome?
Engine version 8.
Version 8. Okay. And so my question is, why there is a differ, the engine in terms of the browser specific, why Mozilla is having a different engine and why there is a different engine for the Chrome?
So anyone can
Yeah,
use it.
that's right. Because due to the open source technology, so my Google developed its own engine,
Yeah.
and Mozilla uses their own engine. Yeah. Okay, so in React we do have a call use state.
Yes.
Okay. Why we are using the use state? Why we cannot directly assign the state to a particular the variables? Why there is a need of use state or set state? Sorry, set state.
Okay.
Okay. So if we go with the direct assignment, so it won't re-render. Does it? That you mean to say?
Yes.
Okay. And if you wanted to assign some default state to your props, right? So how you are doing it?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
How you are setting the default state to your props or any variables to the props, okay, but how to default, what will be the default nature of your props basically, or how can you set it directly? Have you set any default state to any particular variables? Okay, coming to the next, right, have you done or have you worked with the Redux as well?
Yes.
May I know what is the map state to props and match dispatch to props? Okay. So as you mentioned, you are passing the actions, right? So are we defining some reducers as well while you are dispatching an actions?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the place? So where you are defining the reducers? No, my question is, while you are doing map state to your props, right? Sorry, map dispatch to your props. So you are dispatching some actions, right, through payloads.
Yeah.
So at that moment, are you specifying any reducers? So consider if you are having an application, right, and you will have a multiple reducers, right?
Yeah.
Inside that. So how your component will identify which reducers will get called? Okay. Yeah, basically, right. Eventually, at the combined reducers, right, you are combining all the reducers into one file, right? But the thing is, while you're passing an action, right, that should be a unique one to, distinguish between the other reducers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, may I know why we need to use the closures? Closures, if you talk about the implementation wise, it's function within the functions, right? And the child functions are responsible to return your data.
Yes.
But why we need to use it? Okay, to answer it here is right. You are hiding the implementation of your core logic from the external world here, right? So it is not giving directly expose the implementation to your outer functions. So it will be stick to your inner functions only. So it will be follows the the data security basically.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So memoization is a technique where if you already having a data in your component, right? And if you wanted to reuse it, right? So no need to go and re-render it again. Already you have this data with you, right? So it won't re-render it. So that's the purpose.
Yes,
We are using the memoization.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for explaining.
And yeah, coming to the next, do you know Flux architecture as well?
Yes, this is how it is a pattern. This is where like it is a pattern that Redux works.
Are you sure? Redux is worked on Flux architecture?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move to the Node.js side. Okay. So consider you have a one web API, okay, and it having some performances issue. Okay. So what are the the checkpoints that you are going to check to increase the performance of your application? Yeah, there are a lot of various ways that you can check. First, the the server trips, basically how many number of calls that you are using. If there is a the connections open, then you can think about the how you can reduce the what I would say the data collections, and how can you optimize it. Okay. And other thing is into the databases said how can you implement the indexes and all the things to increase performance of your application. So that way we will have the faster communication. And rather I would say to increase it here, right, the performance, go with the the container based approach where you can increase the number of nodes horizontally, basically, rather than the vertically.
Okay.
Yeah. So how you are deploying your code to servers?
Okay, so actually there are lot of tools like we have the Vercel, and also using Amazon S3. I have implemented it, and like previously, like 1 year back, I was
But is
using.
there any tool that you are using to deploy the things, or you are doing some manually?
No, I'm using CI/CD pipeline, but I'm learning it.
Okay, so which CI/CD that you are currently using? Okay, fine. So next question, how you're making sure whatever you wrote a piece of code that is having the high quality code quality,